I know a lot of people freak out when they reach 30, but I feel like I was sort of on the other end of the spectrum. I found a lot of peace within myself and I was excited to turn 30. And looking back at my last decade, I'm really proud of what I've accomplished and my journey so far. So I hope that some of these things that I live by will help you as well. The first one is it's gonna take some time for you to find your values. In my mid-20s, I was sort of at a loss. I was really dissatisfied with my work, my business, and my life as a result. I was really just unhappy with where I was. And I think that's because I didn't know what my values were. I didn't know what mattered to me. So it was really easy just to be swayed by, I don't know, whatever at the time was maybe exciting. Let's even say what made the most money, as opposed to me thinking to myself, okay, is this the best way? Does this matter to me? Should I be pursuing this when it's really not me? So a good example is my Instagram. You can actually go and check it out and see because the posts are all still there. But for a period of time, I tried to do the whole girl boss entrepreneur, like I'm living the lifestyle thing. And I had a lot of shots from Bali because I was doing a little bit of digital nomading at the time, which was freaking fantastic. But yeah, like I never really felt like it was truly me. And using the past few years to find what matters to me and what fits in with my worldview has been incredibly helpful at helping me shape my life in a way that I'm happy with. I already know that if I move forward into the next decade with these values, then I'm almost foolproofing it in a way and guaranteeing my happiness. The second thing is you're always going to be learning. I think for me, after I finished university, I thought, that's it. I'm done learning, but that's just not how life is. You're going to be learning in all facets of life, whether that be in business, whether that be self-improvement, whether that be cooking, whether that be how to be a better friend. You know, there are so many things that you'll still be learning, and I think that's what makes life really exciting. If you stop learning, you're more likely to start feeling in a rut and more likely to start feeling demotivated. And learning, in a way, is a panacea for all of that. The third thing is don't stress about friends. It might take you a while to find them, but when you do, you just know it's right and you know these are the guys. For me, when I finished uni, I fell out of touch with a lot of people, and I think after uni, your time only just gets busier. So you sort of go through this process of cutting out friends, and I feel like I was one of the friends that was cut out of a lot of people's lives, which I was really sad about. I really envied people who had a close-knit group of friends that they could hang out with every weekend, and I felt like there was a big missing chunk in my life, but I eventually found these people only about 3 years ago. So since then, my life has been so enriched, and I'm so happy with the people that I call my close friends. And for you, it may take longer, or you could have already found them. But once you find them, invest in them, show them that you love them, and show them that you care about them. The fourth one is about relationships. I think when you're young, you have a very idealized version of what a relationship is, or perhaps I should say a romanticized version of it. I think the way that I look at relationships now is quite different from how I looked at them even 4 years ago. Relationships aren't always easy. You've got two people who have both their strengths but also their flaws that come in tandem into a relationship. So I think it's a matter of sort of saying to yourself, this is the person that I'm gonna tackle life with, and I know there are gonna be ups and downs and things aren't always gonna be perfect, but I choose you. 5 is set yourself up for financial success. Not enough people talk about financial success. Your 20s is the time when you can set yourself up for the rest of your life. And if anything, it's better yet if you can set that system up in your teens. What this means is figure out a plan for your financial success and set it into motion. And then once you've set it into motion, the hard work is done. It's just a matter of following through with it. For me, this was setting up passive income streams. So I have 2 properties which generate a passive income of around 40 to 50,000 a year. I should know this, but I'm very bad at numbers and it's something that I'm working on. It's sort of ironic because I'm telling you to get good at money as well. I think that's the other thing as well. You don't have to know know your numbers in detail in order to set yourself up for financial success. So for me, it was figuring out passive income, organizing my superannuation and understanding compound interest, and figuring out when I retire what my income streams are going to be so that I can enjoy my cup of tea on the patio with a scone when I'm 70 and not stress about my life. Knowing all of this just gives you this indescribable, palpable feeling of reassurance. It's a stability that no one can take away from you, and it's something that you've done for yourself. You don't have to rely on your partner as well, like you've got it. I think for me, this was really important because as a business owner, I always know that there's the potential for things to just suddenly go wrong one day. And of course, I hope that's not the case, but I'd want to know that if everything went to shit, then I would still be okay. If Lisa Study Guys just completely went downhill one day and there was just no business at the end of it, I can sort of sit back and say, hey, it's okay. You've set up all these different income streams for yourself and you're gonna pick yourself back up. I'll show you a few books here and also in the description box, books that have just revolutionized the way I look at money and how I've been able to set myself up for success. The sixth thing is exploring mindfulness. I could do an entire video about this, but I think when I first started doing yoga and then going down into that rabbit hole of mindfulness, meditation, gratefulness, manifestation, all of that came into my world and just blew everything away. Almost like a cleansing in a way. Like the way that I look at my world now and the things that I do day to day, all been influenced by mindfulness in some way. And I say this as somebody who used to laugh at people who did yoga. I thought it was something sort of kind of weird, a little bit woo-woo. You know, this is maybe like 5-10 years ago. I didn't really understand the sitting there, the omming. I mean, I still laugh a little bit to this day when it comes to doing the oms, but I get it. I get why it's important for us, especially in this world where things are so fast paced, where we give so much of our time to others that we need time for ourselves. Because if you can look after yourself, then you can look after all the people around you and all the things you do with clarity, with tenacity, with the best version of you. Mindfulness helped me realize that I have very low levels of anxiety in the morning to just get on with my day. I feel like I need to accomplish things, and I have this sense of urgency that reaches a point where it's not pleasant anymore, and I don't put forth my best work because it's often rushed. And so over the past couple of years, I've been able to wind back to slow things down. And you know, yeah, it might mean that my business grows slower. In fact, it probably definitely is growing slower because I've achieved this work-life balance that I'm just really happy with. So that's it. I hope that wasn't too much of a rambly video. But yeah, I'm just in a really good place, and that's why I wanted to share some of these things with you. I'd love for you to tell me what are things that you've learnt during your time alive, however old you are. If there's any of these that you'd like me to go into more detail with, then I can definitely do that. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Oh, here's one of the things I would have added in if I'd done the 30 list. Wearing this beret. So when I was younger, I would have listened to Josh. He doesn't like berets. He doesn't like me wearing the berets. And I would be like, oh, okay, I probably won't wear it. But now that I'm 30, I'm like, fuck it, fuck you. I'm wearing the beret. I think I look cute. You know what I'm saying?